But before we do, we just have to spend a few minutes, because you're here and you haven't been on the show, just to marvel at your career.
For sure.
It is an amazing. No, you know, most successful actors, that you know, their box office is kind of, you know, in millions. Over $8 billion. Your movies have
really? That's news to me. Hey. All right then. All right. Then why did I have to pay for this suit?
But it's like that's like a country.
That's extraordinary.
That's like a successful country.
I could secede.
Yeah. You could be king of somewhere.
Then I could ask you to come and sing "My Girlfriend Is Hot Like You." What's your wish?
The Sleeps in Seattle, Philadelphia, Forrest Gump, Apollo 13, all the 3 Toy Stories.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's been.
And
fun.
when you look back, is there one that you kind of like, you think that's the one I'm really happy I said yes to?
Well, there's some. I got to tell you, when we did Apollo 13, it was the first time I was only with 2 other guys for like most of the movie. And I have to tell you, you might have noticed this on some, you know, Band of Brothers. When 3 guys are making the movie, the jokes become so filthy as of lunchtime of the first day of shoot. And I got to tell you, Kevin Bacon and Bill Paxton, who were in the capsule with me, know the foulest joke. And we were trying to like out-foul and out-gross each other, you know. And that's how we spent most of our trip to the moon, saying, all right, a guy is hunting and a bear comes into his tent. And you just go from there. You know, you're in big trouble.
And in your first kind of big movie, Splash, I mean, that must have been a really horrible job, you know, all the underwater scenes.
Well, that was, it was kind of, there was no way, everybody said, how did you shoot those underwater scenes? Well, we jumped in the water, we down and held our breath, and then we shot it. It's amazing how they did that, no special effects. But we had to learn how to scuba dive, and because I'm in clothes, there was always an air tank, you know, somewhere up there, because we're in about 30 feet of water. But they had this underwater phone booth that was weighted down with a dome on the bottom of the ocean down in the Bahamas, and the dome was filled with water. So if Ron Howard, the director, had to give us an instruction, he would swim over there, and I would get towed by a safety diver, because I couldn't swim because I had iron weights in my pants to keep me down.
Okay.
So he would tow me over there and stick my head up, you know, in this dome of water, which was about that big, and then I'd wait, and then Ron's head would come up with a regulator in his mouth, and all right, that's good, that's good. If you could just have more wonder. I need to have the eyes open a little bit more, and don't look like you're out of breath, all right? All right. And then, that's literally a director. And then I would get towed back to wherever we're shooting. I would try to remember what he said, but essentially that is actually an exercise in not dying.
Yeah.
You know, and then where we did not get killed, that's what they put in.
It went well.
It went good enough, yes.
Nicole, if you were to pick a film, what would you pick?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of in love with Big.
Oh, all right.
I always wanted to do the dun,
Careful.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sorry. I have short feet on. I'm a lady.
Camera 5 went red real quick.
That's what I was trying to do, guys.
What?
Oh, the jump.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
the piano day.
Oh, yes, yes.
Me and
That
Bob
one.
Lozier, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't do that. One of my favorites was Philadelphia. And luckily I'm sober now, I can tell you that. I met Denzel Washington when I was drunk, and I started to cry telling him how much... And he just looked really embarrassed. As was I. Anyway, what's interesting now is that you've written and directed this new movie, Larry Crown, which I've seen. It's a really lovely film. It's funny, it's sweet,
There's
it's...
a little...
yeah.
There you go.
And then it's not you and Julia Roberts.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad at all. Yeah.
We were, here's sort of like tagline. Larry Crown loses his job and goes back to college. Julia Roberts is one of his professors, and guess what happened? Can you figure it out, maybe just a little bit?
Yeah, and you wrote it and directed it.
Yeah,
okay.
myself. Yeah. It was an interesting phone call. Hey, Julia, listen. Believe it or not, this is a business call.
And we've got a clip of you and Julia in action.
It's Larry Crown.
Right.
I have you for Speak Through 17 in just a couple of minutes.
Yes, you do.
I saw you singing.
Oh, I'm just drowning out the GPS.
Please enter
See?
your
It never stops.
Well, no wonder. That's a map genie. Back when I sold you such things, I would have steered you toward a vortex, because the map genie has... It's very complicated. Well, no wonder the auto on feature is engaged. So, menu, select, features, auto, voice select, change, yes. On, off, change, yes, save, and back, and exit. Oh. How long was that broken?
Ever since my husband installed it himself.
Oh, it's all fixed now.
Thank you.
What are you gonna make us do today in class,
You'll just have to find out.
Follow me.
Interesting.
I predict every man in the UK will want to start wearing one of those helmets. Because if you can land Julia Roberts wearing a helmet as stupid as that, you must be one charming, charming.
That's so big.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Because I noticed even in the poster, you're not wearing the
No.
helmet.
We've run into problems with some, hey, where's the safety helmet there on the scooter? I says, oh, come on, I'm trying to be like Steve McQueen.
And obviously, in the last film you directed, That Thing You Do, it was a cast of, mostly unknown actors.
Yeah, about a band in 1964, yeah.
This time, Julia Roberts, can you direct someone like Julia Roberts, or is it collaborative?
Well, it's very collaborative, because Julia is incredibly smart and forceful. Meaning that when we were starting talking about it, she said, okay, I read it. Here's some things, and she talked, and and I said, I agree, let's go to it. But you don't want to waste anybody's time, but specifically, you don't want to waste Julia's. Not someone who's going to, suffer fools, nor should she. So we were all on our toes the days that she worked, and I specifically want to make sure that everything we did together was going to be fun. And it was better than it would have been, if she had just did it as it was originally written. Because you know what always happens when guys write screenplays? The girls, the women in their lives all say, this is what they say. They say things like, when are you coming home? Don't worry, honey. You can do it if you try hard enough. I'm worried about Bobby. That's all they really get to say. So I wanted to make sure I had a forceful woman who was really going through something.
And listen, it's out on July the 1st.
July the 1st. Right around the corner, almost.
Yes, and in theaters everywhere. You've written a poem about her.